Good to hear. Let's hope your execution matches your enthusiasm. I've got a job for you if you're looking to keep busy. Here are the details.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Sitters, Soul Talks. Messing up already. Let me start over. Welcome to another episode of Soul Talk, where we talk to our citizens and members of the community. I'm messing up all over the place. Today is June 8th, 2023, at least in North and South America, as I always say. We are live on Twitch and YouTube, and we had to stop going live on Twitch. That's a whole other thing that I won't get into, but yes, we are live on YouTube and Twitch at the moment. And Griffin is away for 2 weeks, so I'm going to do things my way. Ultimate power! Mwahahahaha. Hey Kai, hey Pop, hey New Soul, hey Divine Shadow. That's me, I'm not gonna say hi to myself. And Twinkle Thumb, best card, hey, how you doing? And yeah, that's it. Yeah, so far. Soul Talk is lit. Oh no, yes, I am fastcart FC. I am an inevitable. So what did I do this week? A couple of the games I played both had two of them had DLCs or pack drops, like 0.1 pack. Honkai Star Rail had a patch on Tuesday, and they have a new hero. People are saying that hero is lit. Yeah, I'm tempted to get it, but I'm gonna wait to see what the tier list say. And the new game I played, Aether Gazer, had a patch on Tuesday as well. But most of the content is time limited, so it's like you get to experience content day by day by day. So it's not as though you can go blow through it all in 2 hours. But yeah, the all-powerful FC. I'm gonna have to change my name to that, Pop. Thank you, I appreciate it. I see you as a follower of the fastcart religion. As you can see on screen, we are doing a fundraiser for St. Jude Children's Hospital. How to get that thing? I can't get the weather off in a moment, but yeah. But yeah, we're doing a fundraiser. We already at $515. Can you believe it? I'm having trouble believing it. But yeah, thank you for all the people who donated so far. I try to adjust the overlay. I didn't know that people who donate can be seen underneath it. So hopefully, if people donate, you'll see your name underneath. But yeah, as you know, that we're having a St. Jude challenge from June 1st to October 22nd. That's Citizen Con weekend. We already reached $500 and gave away a soul gift pack on Sunday's show. That included a water bottle, tumblers, glasses, shot glasses. I feel good. No man, thank you for the 28-month subscription. Appreciate it. Thank you. So yes, that's shot glasses. So yeah, but when we hit $1,000, we'll be giving away a Chairman Club package. That would include a chairman, the executive cap, polo, messenger bag, journal, and keyring. So if you get $1,000, we'll be doing a giveaway for that. At $2,000, we'll be giving away a UE Navy field jacket and UE Navy cap. At $3,000, we're giving away, well, it's not a giveaway, but we're having a 12-hour stream featuring gameplay and special guests. $5,000. If we hit $5,000, we'll be giving away a brand new merchantman. No, it's not mine. It's one of the CCUs I have in my in my hangar. So yeah, it's not my banner, but you'll be giving away a banner. and a $7,500 will give away a Origin 890 jump, and a $10,000 if we reach our goal. We'll be giving away an Endeavor Master Set. Now that's not just the Endeavor; that's with all the modules included. Hey Jade, are you there? Are you helping out, or are you just hanging in?
I am going to help out and hang out.
Cool, thank you. I appreciate if you can handle the links for me when we get
Yep.
there. As a matter of fact, if you post the Spotify link in chat for me right now, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Just give me a
You're
moment. I
welcome,
just
welcome
sat
aboard.
down. Thank you.
So yeah, that is the St. Jude fundraiser that Soul Citizens is doing from June 1st until October 22nd. So hopefully people can help out and donate. Appreciate it if you do. All right, so I'm gonna do my thing, and then we're gonna get on with the show. So I'm gonna have to be careful because I don't want to smile too much, because if I smile too much during the thing, I won't really get through it in one go. But Griffin has always told me, requested of me that I try to keep things current while doing 20 years. But I recently saw this again, and it's over 20 years, so hopefully people, your old heads, will be able to get it. I also said I did it. Oh, okay. Well, so I guess he hasn't left yet, so my ultimate powers aren't ultimate yet. But here we go. So, it's good to see you, sweetheart. Oh, please don't kill us. Please, please don't kill us. You know I love you, baby. I wouldn't leave you. It wasn't my fault. I ran out of quantum fuel. I had a landing gear malfunction. I didn't have enough money for the tram. My truck didn't arrive from Cassava. An old friend came in from Pyro. Someone stole my ship. And there was a solar flare, a terrible blizzard on Microtech, the Van Duels attack. It wasn't my fault. I swear to Chris Roberts. All right. So hopefully people who get that reference, I know if you've seen it in the past couple of weeks with me, try not to give it away. So let me drag people down. Okay, we're joined by Face and Pops. Pops, you know what? Yeah, Nomad. You want to say what it is? I'm pretty sure Nomad knows what it is. And Griffin, you're there. You should know what it is too. This is a tough one.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
And yet you sound so disappointed that you know.
No. You did a twist on it. You did, but after like two lines, I got it.
You sure to know what is it, Nomad? Oh, you don't know actually. Oh, this is tough.
No.
You want to tell them what it is, Pops?
Yeah. It's the Blues Brothers. I'm gonna say fastcart version.
Yeah, fastcart version. Yeah, the remix.
There you go. Yeah, the remix.
The remix. Yeah, Blues Brothers from 1980. I recently we saw that, and that movie's a trip. It's a classic. So if you haven't checked it out, oh yeah. Now you know. You feel bad that you don't remember, but yeah, it's the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, and does Nomad remember who he's talking to when he says those lines?
Oh yeah, well we could ask Nomad. You know who I'm supposed to be talking to?
You know who Jim Belushi was talking to?
It's Divine Saddle, too many decades, so I brought him to a memory hole.
Okay. It was
Nomad
Carrie
says he does feel
Fisher.
bad.
It was Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher. No, not Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin, no.
Yeah.
Hey, Kusanagi,
Aretha
how are you
Franklin.
doing?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Okay.
Yeah, no, man. Yeah, might want to give that a rewatch, because if it's been a while for you, it's worth it. It holds up. I'm surprised that it's made over 40 years ago, and it still holds up. So yeah, you check that out. All right, so let's get on with the show. We're doing our sneak peek. I put the tagline up there. It says, "You can't weather the storm." I'll blow it up real quick so people can see it. But can't weather the storm. So anybody know what that is?
Well,
That's
from the
a good
title,
question, buddy.
we know what it is.
It's the Miss Lightning.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, yeah.
Admiral. There you go.
Storm.
Nail on the head. Nail on the head, Admiral.
The Miss Lightning. Okay, I forgot about that ship.
I like that.
Yeah, it is the storm, and just to, cause I figured it was the storm, but I wanted to double check. So I went ahead and got a picture of from the video. I got it from the web, but here, check it out. So I got this picture up here, and if you compare the cockpit, let me blow it up a bit.
Oh yeah.
If you compare the cockpit, it's like a mirror version. I was tempted to make this a mirror, but I thought that's too much work. But yeah, if you see the little rivet by the joystick right there, you recognize them. You go back to the picture, you can see them right here. Yeah, so
Some cramped space, boy.
Yeah. So yeah. So I got one as an LTI token. I was considering keeping it, but if I decide to keep it, I'll just get it in the PU and use UEC to get it because it's $70. That can go towards something else. I love supporting the project, and I am supporting the project by getting an LTI token. So, but I plus it's a bit big. Like there are a few. It can fit in the Hercules, yes, but very few other chips that'll fit into because it's so wide. Anyone else agree?
I
was going to ask if it could fit into a Max, but you're saying no?
Max? I'm not sure. I could check.
It looks like it might be a bit too wide, though, from my guess.
I think it definitely fit in the Hercules, I believe, but I don't know about anything else. Max? No. Freelancer Max? I don't think so.
Yeah,
Andromeda, maybe. The MSR? I don't know if it could fit in the MSR.
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's close. That one's.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to put some WD-40 on the side to make it slide in.
Yeah, lube it up.
Oof.
Yeah, but that's the sneak peek. Can't weather the storm. So let me get rid of the text on there, and we can go on. All right, so up next we have, let me make sure I got my thing up here so I can check my stuff. So yeah, there was no SCL this week, unfortunately, last week rather, so we're not covering it yet. But something happened. Griffin on Soul Voices Saturday covered a topic, and and we had such fun in the green room talking about it that I'm hoping that we can not recreate it, but have our own take. It's Soul Talk. Soul Talk style. So yeah, so here we go. This is the Star Atlas, brand new, introducing the Pierce X6. I'm gonna do this full screen, and then there's gonna be a second video that we're gonna talk over. But I just want to give people a look at the what Star Atlas is coming out with. So here we go. Oh, then someone donated $100. So evidently I didn't do the overlay correctly. So I have to go look that up. But thank you for whoever donated $100 to the fundraiser. Appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, that is the sorry Jada, I didn't copy paste that correctly, but it's called the Star Atlas ship, introducing the Pierce X ship.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so what do people think? This is just the first trailer, but yeah, quickly, what do you thought?
When can I fly it?
Yeah, I think it's viable now.
Be a game.
I think it is flyable
Oh.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, in their version of the hangar module, I believe it's flyable now. But I believe this ship is $790 unless you get it on the not the gray market, but from another player.
Yeah, it's overpriced. My Nomad's better than this.
Oh, that's fighting
it's-
one for people who might like Star Atlas.
No, look. I was in crypto in early 2016, and I love space games. So I'm not throwing any shade at Star Atlas on either account. What I am throwing shade on them about is that like this ad is way longer than it needed to be. And I understand like they've taken cues from the CIG ship ads, and this is cool. They've created a company that makes this ship and everything, but $790, like really?
That's not even MSRP. That's the MSRP. I think is what, $890, $960, something like that.
No, I think
Yeah.
the MSRP is $790, I believe. But this will be like a $180 ship, or maybe $250 tops in Star Citizen.
I just can't see paying that much money for a ship when there's no game.
Well, that's what people say about Star Citizen, but I'm
No, I know, but to be real, I wouldn't have done it in 2012, 13, 14, 15. I wouldn't have paid hundreds of dollars for a Star Citizen ship. I wouldn't have. There was no game. Right. So that's the same. It's the same thing here. Like when they have a game, I might consider it, but that seems way overpriced to me.
$930. That's the price.
$930. Oh, it's $930.
Yeah.
So Admiral, hold on for a second. Wait a minute. I got a question for you, Admiral. How did you know it's $930?
No, you can look it up. It's on the market.
Okay.
It's on the market.
No, because I thought the marketplace was only privy to people who had bought into the game, but maybe I'm
No.
assuming
It's anybody who it's free to look at, but anybody can look into it.
Okay.
Yeah. I must have gotten the price from a different ship. I thought it was the other price. So it's $930. I got the 9 right at least.
No.
Anyway.
I mean, first of all, like before we get off the ship real quick, the company does have older, previous SIG employees who do ship design. So you see, we see some elements in that. And the one thing that I kind of touched base last week when we talked about the ship was the fact that the windows, quote unquote, are armored so they don't like have a lot of wear and tear. Because like the Lowe's or Home Depot plexiglass on my Argo mole really needs to get replaced because it's a little ridiculous.
There's no bed. Where's the bed? It's got a toilet, but no bed.
No bed.
It's a transformer. What are you talking about? It's probably in there somewhere.
Well, no,
they didn't show it.
You see how? Wait. You see at a table right now? That's your bed. You can lay down on the table. What were we gonna say first?
No, that's fine. That's cool.
Okay.
It is a light fighter, just so people know that this is actually what they call a rare light fighter. So that's why the price of it is what it is.
All right.
I don't
So that
have any
is
tips in the game.
As far as my opinion, the trailer, highlights the ship, great. The textures, except for what Avril pointed out, the textures on the ship look nice. Are we waiting for the other film to go further?
Yeah.
Are we just talking about the ship?
I'm about to play it now.
The textures on the ship look really good. Yep, that part. Yeah, they got the textures down pat. So.
All right, so this is called the Star Atlas Showroom R21 trailer. I'm not going to go full screen on this one.
Here we go.
We're going to talk. I'm going to mute the volume, and we're going to talk over this while I play. So here we go. So this start. So they're on a tram. So I think Star Atlas started 3 years ago, and they already got trams, I guess. No, but this is their this is what was the hangar module that's combined with the tram, and yeah, they got their Iron Man,
Like
the
the
Iron Man thing. Now,
No,
Fist and Pop, you say you can buy something like that from the Unreal store.
Yes, you can buy that.
locomotion, flight locomotion.
$25. You can buy that.
Depends on what flight it depends on what flight locomotion you can get.
About $25.
They have a jetpack.
That's it right there, by the way.
Right.
Okay. Let me break it down for you. So if you look at the animation, if you go back fast card for a minute when you get there, right? Okay. So let's see here. Once you get there.
Oh,
Okay. Did you? All right. You might have went.
you want me to go back again?
Yeah. Just go back to when we start flying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay. So if you look at it, it's just a flight locomotion, and all you're doing is just putting a Niagara effect on the shoes.
On the shoes. Yeah.
Okay. And that's $35 right there. But you get that free if you buy a ship in Star LA.
No, you don't get that. Well, you do get that free. I'm sorry.
And free is like, after you pay $930 on a ship.
Right. So you're not really getting it free.
Yeah. See, the part of this that, my opinion, like I said, the ship designs, all of that, they're great. They're fantastic. The textures on the ship, like what it's showing now, this right here, I could build this. Now, if I could build that, that's not good. That's not good. That racetrack thing right there, I could probably do that within a month. And so all I'm saying is, as long as this game has been out, it should be telling you that this is new and you're getting all of that. No.
But
all of this.
Pop, they got multiplayer. It took way longer for Star Citizen to get multiplayer.
Yeah, but they should be further along than Unreal marketplace. No, these are marketplace assets that they're using. They should be further along. Now, I'm going to say this. I will say this because I'm not. I mean, I don't know what they're doing in the background. This could have been something they said. Let's just kind of throw this together to, with the whole crash thing and all of that, and that part I can understand. But I don't know. In my opinion, I just think it should be a lot further along than showing people stuff like this.
And I wasn't laughing at you, Pop. I was laughing at something Griff said.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said, "Oh, Pop, you're calling the kettle calling the pot black."
Oh,
and I've heard this argument somewhere before. Yeah, I'm the same way, Griffin.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be the devil's advocate. People say the same thing about Star Citizen. It's been 10 years. Where's the game? Why is it friendly?
Yeah, but
I'm not going to bash.
One of the differences is that Star Citizen is open development. That's slowing them down. At least it's quite as open as far as I can tell.
All right, you know what, Griff? You know what, everybody out there? I'm gonna own my fanboyism for Star Citizen, which means I'm gonna own my hate for Star Atlas. Then, so yeah, I will be the pot calling that kettle black. Yep. At least I'm gonna tell you straight to your face. I'm owning it. I'm owning it. I'm letting you know.
I do have to give them some kudos because they are. I mean, I don't know how purposely, probably very purposely, but they're following Star Citizen kind of not roadmap, but
we just because we don't have a jetpack.
Minus the 50 Chevy edition.
Yeah, I mean, because they had the hangar module, and then they had the social module. This is the social module because they're adding role player. I'm pretty sure. I hope maybe in the next line. Oh, they had racing too with the arena commander. That's their original arena commander. So yeah, I could see a
Right.
parallel.
There have been
And you know,
academic papers written on Star Citizen and how it started and its fundraising, and the people behind Star Atlas read those papers and are following it to a T. That's basically what it is.
yeah. And you
Yeah,
know,
I hope.
and 3 years they are farther than what Star Citizen had
Yeah, but
done.
they're
Because
also they're starting with an engine that's already built for multiplayer. It's starting with an engine that's already supported by most of the game development community. So of course
they didn't have to worry about switching from 32-bit to 64-bit.
Right, exactly. So they're going to have some advantages in that respect. I want to love this game, right? Because like I love the whole idea of it. I like space games. I like the integration. I know people don't like NFTs, but I like the integration that they have with that. But like it feels really shallow to me right now. And
Oh, yeah, right now, yeah.
Yeah, and like what's their lore? Like what? Like all that?
There's some
they still
aliens
have
and some other stuff. That's what, as far as I know.
Right.
There's some aliens and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, it's very shallow right now.
I do want to correct myself. I said you can get that the jetpack or whatever you want to call it for $930. That's hyperbole. If you can go in the marketplace, you can find a ship or a vehicle for like as low as $2. So that could get you into the game. I'm thinking about doing that, but I haven't. I haven't gotten into Solana yet, so that's why I haven't done it yet.
Look at this planetary tech. Pops is absolutely 100% right. This is Unreal Engine 5. Does that look like Unreal Engine 5? Those are like assets from the marketplace. And I'm sorry, but if you're charging, hundreds of dollars for ships, you can at least like hire some people.
$5 million for a couple of ships.
Right? Yeah, you can at least hire some 3D artists. And get a license for Speed Tree to make some better vegetation and better planetary tech stuff. That to me looks like
that's farther down the line. No,
I'm not calling it a scam. I'm just saying the amount of money that's gone into this project could be better spent, like developing the game itself and not ads for the game.
All right, cool. I forgot to say at the beginning of the show, if you want to drop in and join the conversation, please do so and click on the Discord link down below. You can join us. So we'd love to have you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to really be so. And on one hand, I am. In one hand, it's caution. One hand, it's a lot of caution on my part. I hope they pull it off. I hope they get I don't know about a $5 million shit. I'm not.
Listen.
But anyway.
Pops, listen. I'ma own my hypocrisy. Okay. I will own my hypocrisy.
Yeah, Griffin is calling everybody out.
I'm going to tell you this way, because I for certainly have spoken about it plenty of times that I had a disdain for Star Citizen. When I learned about the Legatus package back in the day, when I used to play a lot of Asian MMOs and understood about that whole thing, I won't get into it. So yes. And now when I look at Star Atlas and I see $5 million ship, and I'm like, what? So yeah, I will own my hypocrisy.
People get mad when they saw the Legatus package for $27. It went up in price now. It's like $42,000 but like $2,700, $27,000, or one of the $27,000. And they're selling footship for $5 million, and I haven't seen a single article about that. But yeah,
because things are different now, right? Like, because the whole crypto economy has skewed ideas of what something is worth, what a digital asset is worth, right? So when Star Citizen started selling, or having pledges for ships, they broke new ground, right? And so now that's not considered like crazy. I mean, people don't even buy ships. They buy a little trading card for that kind of money, right? So that's how far things have changed. And Nobody, no. What I love about this is nobody can say anything to CIG about any of the
People still do.
packages.
People still
No,
do.
but I mean they can't though. They can't though. You got this, and nobody's saying anything. You can't
Alright.
say anything that's CIG.
All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Alien Week 2953.
Oh wait, hold on. I want to switch to my hate.
Anyway, Alien Week 2953. When is it? Jack Acapella confirmed Alien Week start June 15th. So that's next week? No, the week after next. Yeah, next week. Yeah, next Thursday. So next Thursday, Alien Week. So hold on to your wallets.
Yeah. Oh, ooh. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to come out new or if there's anything new, but yeah. So next week,
$1 million ship.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So, so International Bar Citizen Weekend 2050. I keep on wanting to say 2953, but no, this is 2023 now. So this is from Freya. Hey everyone, Alien Week is coming, and with it, International Bar Citizen Day. We don't want to spoil the plans for this year's celebration of Alien, but we do want to take time to give you an early heads up about a handful of upcoming Bar Citizens that we're hosting to get into the spirit. And they went on, but basically, excuse me, if you see these dates and location, Los Angeles, California, Saturday, June 17th. Austin, Texas, Sunday, June 18th. Montreal is Saturday, June 17th. Manchester is June 17th. And Frankfurt, Germany is June 18th, Sunday. So if you're around those areas, go check them out. I don't know if they're gonna have CIG tours, but probably not, because those are like, bar and grill locations. But yeah, so it should be fun. You get to hang out with a bunch of Star Citizen developers. And they say at the bottom, if you can't make this one, don't worry. We're coming to you as our Bar Citizen Tour 2023 continues. Drop your suggestions and the spectrum post. So if you're hosting a Bar Citizen, let them know. Maybe they can come out and see you. So yeah. But I'm going to go there for a CitizenCon, so I'm not going to spend money now. Otherwise, I'll be tempted to go to Texas. But yeah, maybe next year. Yeah. So Jade, you're close to California. You can fly over for that weekend, right?
Yeah, of course I can. I can just, get on my private jet that I got from selling Bored Ape NFTs, right? No.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You don't even have to get on the private jet. You can just drive down there from Washington.
I could wait. That's Santa Monica, though, right?
Yeah,
It's far. That's Southern California.
that's too
Like
far.
it's like the East Coast, right? It's like saying you can just go, go drive on down to North Carolina from Boston.
Obviously. Yeah, obviously. All right, so yeah, that is the International Bar Citizen Weekend. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after that. So hopefully people can attend and hang out with the Bar Citizens there. Up next, we have Griffin pointed this out to me today, but as of let me hit reload. As of 10 hours ago, the ship loaner matrix, or the loaner ship matrix, was updated. And I tried to see if there's anything different, but I couldn't tell, because right here below this it said last updated June 8th. So maybe anything below that was updated. Maybe they updated something between there and here. So I'm not sure, but
Can
as
you
far as I
check
can
and
tell,
see?
nothing changed. What was
Can
that?
you check and see if they made the G12 loaner a links?
Links? No, the link.
I don't think they did, but
Oh yeah, that's it. You got it.
oh, really?
Yeah, the
I was
G12 variant is now linked. Okay,
I
it's
was
just small.
I was just guessing, but I was lobbying for that, just so you know.
Yeah, you weren't the only one. So
You're welcome,
CIG
Griff.
heard you.
You're welcome, Griff.
And he said the Nomad too changed. What was it, Nomad? That's the Odyssey, that's the Pioneer, that's the Reliant. I think the Reliant's been Nomad for a while, but yeah. And that's
Fastcart,
about it. But yeah,
what are they using for the BMM these days?
Measurement. Oh, banner. Go up. merchantman. I gotta type that in. So,
At the freelancer.
there it is. So they got the Defender and Hercules C2. That didn't change because I've always had a C2 in my hangar. You know, I had the M2, and I have 2 Defenders, even though I only have one Defender. So yeah, that hasn't changed. Yeah, but the change is the link. The G12 had the link as a loaner. So good for everyone who has a G12. All right, so up next we have the P monthly report. Again, I didn't have a chance to go over this. Anyone here have a chance to go over this? Anything stood out to them?
No, I didn't. I forgot.
I did.
forgot on this one.
I forgot.
Hold on.
I'm telling on myself. I forgot all about it.
No problem. Yeah,
There's
but
actually a bunch of stuff in this that I actually thought was interesting. They talk about a few things that kind of it's actually a really good read. And it's quite long actually. But they talked about like more missions. They like the Bounty Hunter 2, I think. What was another one? They talked about weapons. They talked about radiation and radiation suits. Like and how long they will last. Like that's because there's going to be degradation with the suits. Kind of pull it up right now.
screen right now.
Its weather is coming.
Yeah, winter is coming, I guess. Yep.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
one?
so the team also explore new negative action status triggered by radiation. Radiation can be generated from a point emitter, which has a bigger impact on characters the closer they are to the source, or can be ambient within a realm. Irradiated water is also explored. Ew, that sucks. Which affect the actor based on how submerged they are. What if you drink it? When a character is affected by radiation, the protection of their outfit will start to decay. Once the protection is gone, the actor will suffer radiation sickness and will need to seek medical aid to recover. The outfit will regenerate its protective layer over time. Irradiated water too, Cypress? Yeah, that's gonna be scary. You can poison people and make them suffer. That's of a space person. That'll suck.
Yeah, they talked a lot about this. There's actually a lot of stuff in it. Like they talked about the tractor beams for the 315P, the Caterpillar, because Caterpillar actually has 2, one on each side. The Cutlass Black and the Nomad, which I totally forgot about, and then the Hull C. I didn't realize the Hull C had a tractor beam. Or I just forgot.
Yeah.
And then
I wouldn't be surprised if the other hulls do too, but yeah.
they go into the engine, talking about removing legacy Gen 12 code, saying there's a lot of it to remove. So they're starting work on that.
And here's one important note. They said last month the team began preparing the RSI Polaris for white box.
Yep. That's. I know they're starting with the Polaris, and the people are questioning if it's going to be the Perseus after that, but I think it is. And then after that, either the Perseus or the other large RSI ship, which I can't remember right now.
The Galaxy.
The Perseus, Polaris,
The Galaxy, because they share all the same pretty much stuff.
Yeah, basically what they covered on the SCL, the vehicle team SCL a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Another thing in the features mission section, they talked about ship escorts, data heisting. And if you remember my last rant last week, I was like, listen, guys, like they talked about this at the 2016, 2016 CitizenCon, where they had, this is what needs to come out before 4.0. And in I think it was 3.1 or 3.2, they mentioned, ship escorts was in that list along with, I think the Hull C was in the same patch cycle. So these are the things that we got to get, put into the game, in Stanton before they actually push out Pyro. So it's good to see that they're actually working on this stuff. This also pretty much I think we're not going to get I don't think we're going to hit October and then it'll be 4.0's out. But I think we're getting closer because we're seeing stuff that they talked about originally that led up to 4.0, and now we're getting to see it more in articles like this, which is why people should kind of put this on the radar to get an idea where SIG's really at. Because everything else, if you're not keeping, you're not watching this stuff, you're not reading this stuff, you're just kind of like throwing stuff out in the wind, So, but this is really good. This is a really good one.
Cool, thank you for that. I will appreciate it.
I just kind of want to.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Pascal. I just want to kind of mention something that that I've been thinking. I know it's under cover. Squadron 42 is undercover, but I do enjoy one of the things I do enjoy every week that they always show is something about the AI, and I just think that we are going to be maybe not, well, I'm going to say floored, but maybe I shouldn't go that far. But I just think when Squadron 42 comes out, I just think the AI that we're going to see in Squadron 42 is going to be a big surprise to us.
Cool.
I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be more than just, you walk up to them, choice A, choice B. You know what I'm saying? I think we're going to get more than that. I think we're going to get something unexpected.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are hoping for Squadron 42 news sooner than later. Because, I'm doing research for future show or this coming Sunday, but I went back and watched some other stuff, and I was looking for Machinima to show. I came across one Machinima to talk about the 10 years of development from 2012 to currently to 2012 to 2022, and there's a lot of Squadron 42 stuff that I've forgotten that they've talked about over the years. So I'm like, we all know about the Bishop speech, and we know about the 2018 teaser, but they've been teasing out some of the Squadron 42 stuff over the years, and not just during those times. So maybe one day I'll like, I'm thinking about doing one of the content hiatus when they take off for ISD. I'll probably show it. But yeah. All right. MT Stunner, thank you for the $100 to the for the fundraiser. Appreciate it. I just had a chance to look it up. Thank you. All right, so up next
we have Royce Darby. I'm not sure when either of them donated, but they both donated $100. So thank you both of them.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so up next we have the June 2023 subscriber promotion, and my joke for this one is that we can finally use Kudanot knives in game. So the flair for this month, unique brand new knives, each with distinct use and design. So this first one is the brand new Zogu knife. The Zogu knife is prized among many brand new Solis for its versatility and cutting edge. The strong tip and wide belly of the blade make it particularly durable. A crucial feature in survival situations will make the blade excel. This is a Centurion level subscriber flare. And after that, you have the brand new Miura knife. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Brutally effective product of brand new engineering. The Miura knife is a vicious weapon designed for leaving wounds that won't heal easily. I wonder if that's going to be in the game, but if they say so, hope maybe it will be. The special metal alloy used in protecting the blade is rust resistant and remains ultra sharp even after extensive use. Improved level subscribers get the brand new Zogu knife and Miura knife as part of their subscription. So you get both of them. And then you have the brand new Pambada knife. Pambada. African Pambada. No, anyway. Honed to a razor fine edge. The Pambada knife has a wide range of application. The serrated edge is great for cutting through soft and flexible materials like rope and fabric, while the gut hook can be used to overcome tougher resistance. The brand new Pambada knife is available to our subscribers from the subscriber price store, and this is a picture of all three. So, anyone want to become a subscriber for the brand new knives?
I already am.
Yeah, we are. Not specifically for the knives, but yeah. For,
okay, but this brings up a good question though, because will we have? I mean, I'm assuming, and I'm quite sure it's probably has been said. I'm just not remembering, but skinning in the game.
Say it again. What in the game?
Skinning.
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 Come
Yeah.
across.
Hunting and stuff.
Well, there is.
Survival. I don't know.
I'm not sure I heard you right there. I think you meant that. Like, there is water, so you can if you want, you can go skinny dipping. That's true.
Okay.
Now,
You tried, Admo. You tried. You tried. But you tried.
Now, this did make me think I know Banu have an affinity for their knives. Are they passed down? Aren't their knives passed down like the ships? If
That's
I
the
remember
Vandal.
correctly.
That's the Vandal that do that.
Ah,
I thought the Banu, the BMM is a family heirloom, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the whole knife affinity for knives is the Banu thing, and they do pass the knives down. I'm sorry, not Banu, the Vandal. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So if you want to become a subscriber, let me scroll down to get the information. I believe it's June 11th. Okay. If you like if you see display a part of the subscription, you can subscribe before June 11th, 2023, 2000 UTC. If you subscribe after that, you got to go into the subscriber exclusive store. What was that, Admiral?
I just wanted to bring up the fact that they're talking about like an anticoagulant. So when you're talking about getting stabbed, you have another item right here that's going to touch the medical field, because now you need a process to help seal a wound. So
good point, Adam.
So yeah.
So
yeah,
it's gonna...
and here I do want to remind you that everything is earnable in game. They're trying to make most things earnable in game, but they have a exclusivity window of 3 months before it'll be added to the game, to the loot table. So you get it if you want them now. You got to subscribe. If you want them later, you can just wait and hopefully try your luck and get them in a random loot box, a random box.
All right, I have a controversial take on these knives. So right now, there's really no reason to use them, right? Like if they could make the weapons, the guns and like Chris Rock said, maybe the ammunition like super expensive, then maybe then we got a reason to have these knives, right? But who's going into a bunker with a knife other than just to say that they could do it, right?
Jade, it's all part of the future cooking gameplay that they're gonna add.
Well, then tell us about that. I'm good with that. I'm
waiting for swords. I'm looking for swords.
But the vehicle event is the Tehran troop carrier, Xperia. Looking for the name of
Prowler.
it. Prowler. Thank you.
Prowler.
So, Admiral, you're looking for a lightsaber? A lightsaber in the game?
Lightsaber? I would prefer that, yes.
Okay.
Just for samurai swords.
Just getting clarification.
It's right there in the very last sentence. The Xperia Prowler now. So yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen it. I don't own this ship, so it wasn't in my mind. But yeah, it has a recognizable ship, but it's Prowler. Thank you. Oh yeah, darn. I was hoping that when I got to this part, it wouldn't be up there, but it got the same old Origin concept available for subscriber discount. Get a 10% discount while all existing items are 15% off, including.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Abdi, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. So, how long have these cups been up here? As far as as far as monthly subscriber merchandise discount?
How long is it? What?
How long have these cups been up on the webpage? Like
15 or something like that.
2015, I want to say. Yeah, something like that.
So I'm apparently thinking that they're not selling like hotcakes.
Probably not. BBG, thank you for the 250 bits. Appreciate it. Thank you. But they also have the Drake shirt. The Pico slippers. I know. I think Gigi got those. She jumped on those when they were sold out for a little bit. Backpack and tumbler and the whale shirt, the friendly shirt. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in the merchandise store. Boss lady, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for gifting this subscription. Appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, that is the subscriber promotion. Get your cruising out knife so you can cook outdoors. Up next we have so this article or Spectrum post called Normal Postmortem 317 and 318 the title said. And the person wanted to clarify that no, from 39 to 316 they're postmortem, but we haven't gotten them for 317 and 318 yet. So Xylo said it's been a unique year for us with the various tech milestones coming online, which has certainly impacted our postmortem rollout. We've already kicked off the process internally for the next one, so it is indeed in the work. With 318 and 319 both utilizing the same branch, it was important to get past both to have the full picture. It was also necessary for us to avoid distraction and wait for the appropriate bandwidth for those who have been in the trenches working on fixes and optimization. So the postmortem for 318 and 317 are coming. There's no ET on that, but they are coming. I didn't even notice that.
I'm good with it. I'd rather they develop the game than write postmortems about what was good and what wasn't on while they're still trying to work out things in like 20
Can you imagine what the postmortem for 318 is going to look like? Everything is
bad. I can.
I
I think it's good if they hold off until 320. If 320 ends up being like a really super stable patch, and then they can go back and talk about 318/19 since it's the same branch.
Yeah, so that is postmortem is coming. This is Wikipedia. So for background, last week we covered this the first post, Source System Alpha 319.1, the long-term persistent update. We talk about the LTP or the long-term persistent for going forward for 319.0 and 319.1 and onward. Basically they had the 3 notes saying ships are not saved to long-term planning, long-term persistence, and the insurance claim will result in the loss of in-game earned ships unless retrieved or stored back. And number 3, as with all long-term persistent transition, we're not persisting items such as consumables like ammo, food, etc., rented ship, and refinery job. So they hope that you maintain your inventories as you transition to 319.1 soon. And this is the follow-up. This was covered or the day after, I think, or later on. I didn't see. Yeah, okay, so 2 days after. So this is from Wikipedia. The current flow is that the customized ships should be stripped of all customization, and those components be put onto your home location between patches like that. So that's been the process. To confirm this, still work with the workaround of needing to retrieve and store your ship as originally posted. Going into 219.1, they ran a series of simulated non-LTC tests on some internal servers with Nova CID on Play Store attributing ship and item, as well as in-game purchase ship and component. Through all their testing, this had worked as currently intended and gave it back the ship in their default loadout and placed the non-default custom component and weapon into their home city inventory. However, loaner ship will behave a bit more like rental ship and may not persist in the same way. Just to be safe, make sure to take customized parts off of the loaner. So that was a follow-up with that. So I'm not gonna mess with customizations or anything like that. So I'm good. Anyone else have any issues or concerns about this stuff?
Yeah, I took all my customized parts and put them in my home location. So like my XL1 quantum drives and stuff, because that's the stuff that you might lose. So I put it in my home location, in case they roll this out at some time I wasn't expecting.
So yeah, that is the LTP or long-term persistence update. Up next we have what is the state of the balance work. So they asked specifically for Yogi Clat what is the current state of ship component rebalance work that started in 3.14. The balancing is currently happening in Squadron 42. However, they do not yet know when it will merge, when they can merge it over to, Star Citizen or the Persistent Universe or the live test server. The weapons are balanced with the new aiming system in mind, and we are not yet sure if they want to move the weapon over before new aiming system is already to be put it over. Not specifically for aiming system itself, but the downstream dependencies like UI, etc. So they're working on it. That is state of balance work. So is your colors. So happy Pride Month, everyone. This is from Jake Acapella. The verse is one place for all, and we want to celebrate each and every one of you. They invite you to celebrate Pride Month all month long by showing us your colors. And there'll be no limit to your creativity for this contest. You can take a screenshot in game, craft a card, bake a cake, or make a video. The sky's the limit. Just make sure to make it as colorful as possible. We'll take submissions to organize them over the annual Pride Gallery. Host it on our official site. Take a look at the wonderful submissions from the 2022 edition of Show Your Colors celebration. I have a note here. Now hold on, I gotta find it real quick. Let me scroll down real quick in my note. Oh, so they want to say to make sure that you make your submission on the community hub. So some people are, they were unclear where to post them. They want you to put them on the hub as possible.
Yep, put them on the community hub and make sure you type in Pride month 2953 so they can be
Thank
seen.
you.
Fastcart, I got a question.
Okay.
Was that cake?
Is that cake?
Yeah, the ship. The area. Is that cake? Or is that?
I think that's a 3D print.
What is on the top of though?
I just wondering if that was somebody made a cake.
Maybe it might
Is the
be.
one below that cake?
Yeah, I'd have to
I don't know.
go back and look at last year's. I think it's from last year. Might be able to see what they say about it.
So if you post an image in the community hub, which is like Jay said, Pride Month 2953, or on Twitter, you can hashtag Pride Month 2953 by June 26th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, in order to chance one of 10 Anvil C8R Pisces standalone ship with LTI. So you have a chance of winning a C8R Pisces.
I just want to say one quick thing about this to the community. Like every year they do this. This is now a yearly tradition, and it's been spearheaded by people at CIG. Jake Acapella, shout out to him. Thank you so much for doing this and making sure that all of us in the LGBTQ community in Star Citizen have this, right? And there's always a lot of people who for whatever reason feel that they need to take down or attack CIG about it. And I would just say this: look, it's a screenshot contest, or like any other screenshot. Not every contest is for everybody. Not everybody wants to. This really is for everybody. You don't have to be LGBTQ to enter this. Think of Pride as like that really, really cool club that happens to be owned by an LGBTQ person that has the house music that slaps, reasonable drinks, and a loving, accepting vibe. Unless you're there to crash the party, then you get ejected. That's what this is, right? So I'm just saying, like, yes, this does belong in the Star Citizen community because we are part of the Star Citizen community. That's all.
Thank you for that, Jade. And Shipper Stone said cotton balls. So, yeah,
It's cotton.
Yeah,
I was hoping
cotton
it was
balls. That
cake.
makes sense.
I was hoping it was cake.
You can eat those if you want.
I don't recommend it, though.
I think they
I
are
don't recommend
organic.
it, though. I don't recommend it, though. But yeah,
Thanks,
that is
Admiral.
Yeah,
that
thank
is
you, Admiral.
A little bit of
Culture
whipped
Colors
cream.
Celebration 2053 or 2953 for the hashtag, and go to the community hub to post them for a chance to win a C8R Pisces. Okay, so up next, I have this covered, but this is just an image that's within the thread. The plan for quarter 4 23 2023 and beyond. So evidently nothing is past quarter 4 2023. This is your lyrical guide. Is it just me or did nothing planned beyond quarter 2 2023? And if I scroll down to the post from Jake Acapella, Jake said, there's a current issue with the progress tracker preventing most of the data from being displayed. We will have this sorted out by next week. So if you hopefully by next week they'll have it sorted out and you can see stuff beyond quarter 2 2023. So I thought that was a good question to ask, and thanks for the clarification about that, Jake Acapella. Yeah, I honestly don't look at the progress tracker as much as I should, because when they took the banner measurement off, and they don't have the Endeavor on, so yeah. But I should look at the things more often. Hey, CC Creator.
Yeah, they just need to put like 24 people on the Banu Merchant, man. I'm just joking.
Okay, I was wondering.
I'm just joking.
I was giving you the side. I'm like, what?
I'm just joking.
I would hope
letting. I'm sorry, I'm just letting off Banu steam. That's all.
Well, I think that I think what they need right now is a medium ship between a defender and a Banu merchantman, so they can kind of merge the two, like they're doing with the new Orion. Like that they're making now a smaller in between, like an Argo Mole and an Orion.
Like the storm in between the Tumble Cyclone and the Tumble Atlas. Yeah.
But like, remember when they mentioned the defender, like, oh, now we know the art style that we're going to go with the BMM. So they're like, okay. I still think because there's not a lot to go off of. Like, yeah, you get the style of it, but they really need like something a little bit bigger they can kind of get a handle on, because again, they lost a lot of people since the BMM was designed, and they need to kind of figure it out. So I think a medium-sized ship would be very helpful for them.
We shall see. Well, we do have Alien Week, so who knows? So this is from Sir Gara. He just released the Q&A answers for the storm, and I believe Jake Acapella said had to prove. Okay, so the Q&A is currently with our vehicle team. We'll have to post up very soon, and you notice there's no TM, so that means soon, and no TM, so real soon. But yeah, the Q&A for the storm hopefully will come out momentarily, put it that way. Matter of fact, did I? No, I didn't. I didn't look at the thread for the storm. So I should go back and check that thread and try to upload some stuff. Probably too late now, but we'll see. This is something else that Griffin covered on Saturday on Soul Voices. That was a good episode, by the way. Check that out if you haven't had a chance. But debris in front of hangar, that's basically the subject. And Dialogue said, we already have a fix for this one. We plan to include in PT testing very soon. Keep it out in upcoming PT patch note. And then it said update the FX heading to the PTU now. See the patch note there. And that's the link. And I'm going to the link. This is not the latest PTU patch note. This is the one previous to that. But I just wanted to highlight that. It says, fix an issue causing debris to obstruct and not clear from hangars. So that was a bug fix. So hopefully they fixed it. But following that, this is the current PTU that came out 3 hours ago, and I scroll down and it's not there. So hopefully, I'm hoping it's not back, but hopefully it's fixed. So if anyone can confirm or deny that, I appreciate it. But this is the patch note for today.
Regarding that, real quick, the whole ship debacle. I mean, I think in the future, if this is something that naturally will happen, like and they're just like cleaning it up automatically or whatever, then you got the missions, like the SRV can come in there and then have a mission and then pick it up and then drop it off someplace to either get salvaged or maybe someone can claim their ship there because it would take too long to claim, so they can take it there. So it would be interesting what they do.
Hey, Pop, I got a question for you. Don't ask me what.
What? No, I was hoping you didn't see that. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I heard you, Admiral. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah. So just to go over the PTU patch notes real quick, it's open for all backers. Survey used in the U.S. only. Data reset, yes. Long-term persistence enabled. Fetch copy enabled. Testing focus, general stability, and bug fixes. They have a whole bunch of known issues. It's about the same length as previous patch notes. I don't feel like going back and forth between the previous one, but are there really any blockers, Jade, that you can see in the known issues?
Um, I am very hesitant to talk about there being blockers among the known issues because I'm almost always going to be wrong.
Okay.
Because something I might think is a blocker really isn't. I've seen things come out, to live that I'm like, what? So I refrain from commenting on what might be a blocker or not.
All right, that's cool. Thank you. The racing location, Pacific Rock formations in the Yana racetrack are visible to some players and not others. Yeah, okay. Crusader security post Korea, transition from EVA to into Korea's landing pad has a high chance of instantly killing a player. That is an issue. Transit Area 18, players are falling through sometimes disappearing tram and shuttle to their death. That's not good either. Of course, the trams are out of sync with the station timers, causing trams to overlap or not appear on time. Hopefully they'll get those fixed. The Chauvin said, hold up, TIG makes a large ship soon. And I thought we were going to hear an FC joke tonight. Oh, okay, fine. But yeah, so those are some of the known issues. And yes, some of them look pretty bad. Bug fixes to fix the ASOP claim delivered ships loading in the wrong location, primary residence and chain. ASOP failed to register ship destruction in specific condition, allowing people to permanently destroy ship and hindering insurance claims. They fixed that, and they fixed unable to retrieve ship after player disconnect ungracefully while in process of retrieving the ship. Ouch! That's a good fix. So they fixed the technical, they fixed breach server crashes and backend server crash fix. So, Jade, next week, 2 weeks for 319.1.
Well, I would say definitely by next week. But that's that's not a promise because I don't know. I don't work for CIG, but I'm thinking for Alien Week.
Yeah, that's just a good guess, right?
Yeah, it's just a guess.
All right, cool. Yeah. So that is the patch note that just came out today, a few hours ago, and I was F5ing or refreshing the dev tracker because they always do this to me. They always put out a patch note just before the school goes live, and that happened quite at this time. So that's good. Okay, so we're almost ready for ISG. This is a 30K error basically, and Diallo posted. This is still the latest info. Looking at the internal Jura, that's the internal tracking thing, and work on a solution is actively in progress. We're following closely and we'll update as soon as we can. And then they got to edit. Getting word that should be resolved and still experience it. I'm sorry. Getting word that this should be resolved for those still experiencing it in 319.1. So those 30K errors, hopefully they got those resolved. I'll believe it when I see it. So yeah, so 30K. Because there was a time when people were saying, "What are 30K errors?" Remember that time? Remember those days?
Yeah.
All right. So so this is this week in Star Citizen. Basically, I want to say that they talk about your social color and contest, and last but not least, the race number 6 of Atmo Esports System 7 kicked off this Saturday. There is no soul voices, so feel free to check that out, the System 7 race. But there wasn't a soul voices, I would say check out both. But on Friday, lead environment artist John Griffith joined them on Thursday Live Game Dev 1-on-1, where they'll be talking with the about the role of artists in game development, various areas in what they contribute in its overall workflow. Catch us live on Twitch at 1400 UTC, 7 a.m. Pacific, at 10 p.m. Eastern. You'll also find the weekly RSI newsletter. I'm still glad I'm getting those again. that was a pain, but yeah. So they're starting live tomorrow, early tomorrow, but yeah.
Yeah, that System 7 race is going to be fun going through the River Canyon. If you've never seen if you've never seen anybody race those rivers on gravel bikes, definitely tune in. Pretty sure this is the last race of System 7, so this may be the one that determines the winner of the whole competition, because it's cumulative. Each team accumulates points in each race. So, yeah.
Thank you for that. And thank you for posting the Discord link. If you want to come and join us, talk about ISC or anything else we talked about so far, come in and join. We'd love to have you. All right, so this ISC is called Arena Reborn Part 2. This is continuation of Part 1 from last week. So let's check that out.
I'm still here, still trying to learn what all the buttons do. So while I'm at it, let's not waste any more of your time and get you all right into Part 2 of this enormous Arena Commander update that's scheduled to make its way to you in the upcoming Alpha 320. And I'll be right here when you get back.
Do your best Jared impersonation.
Oh, I don't want
Last time on Inside Star Citizen.
Just yell really loud. Last time on Inside Star Citizen. I don't even know what accent that was.
Are you excited to be doing 2 ISCs in a row?
It took me over 80 minutes in what we had only scheduled to be an hour to film what was probably a 15-minute episode. I'm sorry. Especially to Jared's team. Sorry, guys. It's awesome to be getting such attention shone on Arena Commander, and I'm excited to finally bring it up to what I believe it has potential to be. I get pinged like every other week asking to put Atmosphere in Arena Commander, and now they finally have it, they can stop whining. They're going to whine about something else. I can't stop the whining, but I hope you liked it. So last ISC we talked about Law About Flight, but there's 2 other major parts that we want to be talking about here. And the first is FPS combat. So FPS combat in Arena Commander is so important because you need a place to practice shooting each other without actually dying for real like you do in the Persistent Universe. So we need to make that experience as close to the Persistent Universe while still having it be fun and unique. So you access Star Marine game modes exactly the same as we showed last week with the new front end, new lobby system, and jump straight into the action. So with our existing maps, the VFX team are helping us out and doing a pass over everything. So it might not be finalized in the footage that you're seeing here, but we're excited to see where they can take it and uplift all of our levels because they're in need of a facelift. And we've been working hard on fixing a lot of the bugs and frustrations across the maps.
All I know is they did a lot of bug fixes recently. And I know we're not meant to just say bug fixes, fixing doors that weren't meant to be there, resolving the fact that you could just smash through the glass which you're not meant to be able to smash through, and just go into EVA in the middle of elimination, which is bad. Being able to get into areas you shouldn't be able to get into.
So we fix those up. In terms of new maps, we've got a variation on a fan favourite, Echo 11. We're introducing that to Elimination. The Echo 11 is quite a big map for Control. For Elimination, we've tightened it up. We've cut off access to the D room and some of A room and made it a little bit smaller so that the action can be more compact and suitable for Elimination. So last week we showed off Security Post Korea being introduced to dogfighting maps, but we've also introduced it to FPS maps, so you'll be able to play Elimination, Control, and some of the new game mods on Korea itself. So to recap, for Star Marine, you'll be able to play on the Good Doctor, a larger version of Echo 11 for Control, small one for Elimination, and the same for Damien and get Damien Comms, as well as Security Post Korea, which is being introduced to Elimination and Control. So with the Good Doctor, at some point along the line, all the trees disappeared. So Design have went in and restored that, so it's back in this beautiful oasis area that it's meant to be in, and fixed the lighting and various other issues that just happened over time. I don't know how. And now Good Doctor's looking beautiful again. So Star Marine is a personal favorite of mine. I love FPS combat, and I'm so excited to be working on more additions to the FPS area of Arena Commander. And that leads us to something I'm super excited to talk about, and that's experimental modes.
Experimental modes are important because it allows us to get back into what the real meaning of Arena Commander used to be, which is playtesting and making sure that things that are made for the PU and Arena Commander and Squadron work the way they're meant to. It allows us to put stuff into a testing environment where we can quickly check if just something works the way we want it to, essentially.
Somewhere along the line, we lost that, and when we formed the Arena Commander feature team, we knew that Arena Commander has to stand on its own and have these flagship game modes and new things that are unique to Arena Commander, but we still want to support the persistent universe and other ventures that we go on. Experimental modes are important to us because it gets things in your hands quicker. Instead of waiting for these big, huge game modes to release, we can test things out periodically for a day, a week, a month, and get it into your hands sooner rather than later. So let's dive in and take a look at some of the experimental modes that we have been working on. The first experimental mode is single weapon elimination, so you can jump in with what will be pistols at first.
From a developer's standpoint, single weapon elimination gives us the opportunity to really test weapons that we want to get tested. It allows us to check every single part of the weapon balancing and make sure that it works just right. We know that players want to test their skill against each other, and the best way to do that is to make sure everyone's equal. So everyone gets the same weapons, everyone gets the weakest weapons in our first version, and they get to just see who's better than the other.
With 320, we're introducing pistol-only elimination, and that will be the arc-like pistol, and it's a personal favourite of mine. It adds increased time to kill, and it came originally from playing with you guys, the community. And at the end of a long session of Star Marine, someone threw out the idea of, like, what, can we do like a pistol-only round? And I just had so much fun with that. We ended up playing for at least another hour. So that mode is inspired by that. So for this patch, it's just pistols only, but we can change that up at any point. It's simple parameters. And if the weapons team come to us with a new weapon they want to test out, they want to get that analytic data, they want to get the fun factor, we can put it into Arena Commander, whatever that weapon is only, and see how you guys like it.
The next experimental mode that we're working on is Gun Rush.
Now, names are temporary. They might change between now and release. But Gun Rush is where you start off with a pistol, and as you get a kill, it upgrades you.
And then with every kill, you go to the next type of gun. You go through LMGs, SMGs.
Some special weapons I won't spoil.
Snipers, and even the rail.
And then we've put some surprises in there for whoever gets to the last round. So Gun Rush, as the name might suggest, is super fast-paced. It lets you get your hands on many different weapons as you cycle through them and get some experience with stuff that you hadn't had. For example, I had no idea how to use shotguns. Still don't really, but I'm a little bit better at them now thanks to Gun Rush. So Gun Rush is only possible thanks to the refactors we've been doing to the spawning and loadout modules. So we can, instead of refreshing your entire loadout, switch out just the gun, and it's super fast now, whereas before it was a bit of a clunky thing to do.
In the next experimental mode, we're bringing ground vehicles to Arena Commander, and that is Tonk Royale.
So there's going to be 3 locations for Tonk Royale. It's going to be Hurston, Yela, and Magna. So how it works is simply we have a massive arena, we drop you in on these 3 various maps, and you just go to town. There's going to be 3 versions of Tonk Royale. First is classic elimination deathmatch, respawns, just get as high score as you can. Second is Squadron Battle, so you are team versus team tanks. In Squadron Battle, it's super exciting because you can run as just the driver, or you can join one of your teammates and be their gunner. And then the third is still being worked on. I'm not sure if it's going to be making this release, but super excited about it, is hardcore elimination. So essentially elimination, but you've only got the single life. When a Turbo Storm gets introduced to the verse, we'll be sure to add that to Tonk Royale as well. After 320, we'll also be finishing off our racing refactor, which allows us to make maps faster and merges PU and AC racing systems together. It's going to be a more streamlined process for us, our designers, and a better experience for you, less buggy on both ends. So with the racing refactor, we've also been working on a betting module, which will let you bet on races. Now, we haven't got all of that signed off, but excited to get that in if we can. So just like the persistent universe, all of these maps, game modes, and features need to have their own individual go no-goes. At the time of recording this, we've got some successful goes for Alpha 320 for the following: the new Arena Commander front end, the new lobby system, the new spawning system which allows for multi-crew gameplay, new def cameras and def recaps, a revamped scoreboard and scoring system, 4 new racetracks for the new Horizon Speedway, Old Vanderval, Rickard Memorial, Defford Link and Halloran Circuit, in addition to the 4 PU racetracks, the Snake Pit, Miner's Lament, Yadar Valley and Icebreaker, the Jericho Station dogfighting map, Security Post Curator with dogfighting and FPS maps, the new Pirate Swarm Final Wave Capital Battle, the new Echo 11 elimination map, and new experimental game modes like single weapon elimination, gun rush, Tonk Royale, elimination and squadron battle versions, and finally a new infinite wave Vandal Swarm you'll discover for yourself. So that about does it this week. I'm so excited to share all these cool developments with Arena Commander, and got the list here. I just want to give a shout out back to Adam, Adrian, Bryn, Corwin, Kirk, Mark, Ricky, Samuel and Sean and Simon and the Arena Commander feature team. I'm sitting here in front of the camera, but man, the work it's thanks to this amazing team that I have. And I just couldn't say no to Jared because he's my dungeon master and I really don't want him to kill my character.
So, what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that changes to FPS maps should make for a more varied experience in Star Marine game modes, that the first ground vehicles are finally arriving with Tonk Royale, and that we hope the new experimental modes will function not unlike dynamic events for the Persistent Universe, where they can provide timed, direct experiences the team can use for analytics and feedback from things as small as a single pistol, to a brand new vehicle, to even curious experiences like Gun Rush, and a few more things that we're not quite ready to share just yet. Also, if you missed last week's show, go check that out and see everything else that's coming your way from the new Arena Commander feature team in the upcoming Alpha 320. There's some fun stuff in there. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for exploring the process of game development with us, and we'll see you all here next week. There isn't going to be a post-credits thing in every show.
I have a quick question before we get started or anything. They still make Trapper Keepers? I had that when I was in school, man. Trapper Keepers? Whoa! What? Hello? What? What? I gotta go back. Okay, Chauvin gifted 20 tier 1 subs. Dang, thank you, Chauvin. That was a surprise. And thank you, Yo-Yo Meg, for the raid, and welcome to all the raiders from Yo-Yo channel. Meg channel, sorry. So yeah, they still make Trapper Keepers? What?
No. Or either he saved it.
Since Yo-Yo's here, I was watching her stream earlier, and she's like, "What's a Trapper Keeper?" And because it was mentioned. In her
my
stream,
god!
Like, you don't know what a Trapper Keeper is?
What's a Trapper Keeper?
Oh my god!
God!
So, at the end of the thing, right? You got this Velcro.
I feel pain. I feel a little pain.
He's looking through these these covers, right? You usually have like a binder. And they usually have this like quote unquote cool, binder for it. And the Trapper Keeper had like a Velcro, so it would open up that way. and all your notebooks would be in there because those little holes. If you go to like a CVS or a Walgreens or whatever, you get like a physical notebook pad. It's got like the holes near the the coil,
Right.
and you could hook it in right there. So a lot of people in school, especially from the 80s and the 90s, would have a Trapper Keeper. Probably less in the 90s, but. And
All
to
right.
talk about Fastcart Point, I actually looked them up on Amazon, and you can find them new on Amazon. So they're out there somewhere. So
Okay. So let me add to that as a little trivia throwback, or really a question. What was I don't know if this was nationwide, but what was the #1 backpack back in those days?
oh, let
Ooh,
me think.
I forget, but I probably had one.
It was
But
a
yeah,
backpack.
yeah. What's the answer,
Remember?
Fist?
JanSport.
Jansport. Okay. All right. I can buy that. But yeah, so you're looking what Jared is holding. That is the Trapper Keeper. It is used in school, primarily I want to say elementary or maybe middle school. But yeah, it's used to keep your notes and papers and loose leaf papers and stuff like that. And it
So
has
those were called.
pockets. Go
The
ahead.
things inside were called trappers.
No. The thing itself, like the folder, the binder itself, is called the Trapper Keeper.
Okay.
It keeps your Trapper Keeper. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, and
it's a keeper for
if
trappers.
you look on a sign, it'll say, if you blow it up on your screen, I can't blow it here. If you blow it up on your screen, it'll say Trapper Keeper on a spine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm done.
See, let me tell y'all. When I went to school, we kept our stuff in
You use
a
you use the
paper
belt.
bag. That's what
Oh
we
my
got.
God.
A paper bag.
No, I used to.
Go to
I used to.
school.
I used to wrap my books in paper
Alright.
bags.
Yeah.
And those would
Alright.
go in my bag.
Remember that?
So
Yeah, we sure did.
So I'm gonna try to get this back on track, even though I'm the one who derailed it. But Admiral Kusanagi, outside of Trapper Keeper, what do you think of the episode?
I like the fact that they call themselves out and they'd be like, somehow we let this one slide or whatever they said about it, because it's like I've been complaining about Star Marine for years, and I'm a little surprised they're using the old maps too. I mean, I guess it helps them development time because they already have stuff in place. But I'm greatly looking forward to playing some Star Marine again, and I think the whole idea of getting to start from a pistol and work your way up, I think that's pretty cool too. So the one thing about playing Star Marine, for those who haven't played it, is that again, you just don't, it's like any other real FPS game where you just don't have to wait. It doesn't take you a half hour to get back to where you were. So you die, you spawn at a location. I think you can even switch out your guns normally while you spawn. Say like you tried a weapon out and you didn't like it in the last time you got killed, so you can switch it out then. So I think it's a great way to practice, kind of get your team going, and I think it's great for the community. Really, it's just fantastic.
Well, thank you. And before we get to face to face, I want to make sure I make this point for face to face. You better think. You better think what you're trying to do to me. Think. Let your mind go. Let yourself be free. Freedom. Oh, freedom. All right, Fist. What do you think of this week's episode?
Where did that come from?
You know what? I'm gonna. But before I get into that, he's feeling himself. Griff, you have created a monster. You have let the keys. You have given this man the reins. He has the show for this whole weekend. And I'll be surprised if you have one when you come back.
Oh, some Blues Brothers was back. There's gonna be some Ray Charles pretty soon.
But
Before you get into that, Fitz, I just gotta say, the showman said FC singing is why I subscribe. That'd be an interesting perk. Every time we get a subscription, I can sing. Maybe I should look into that. But go ahead, Fitz.
Lord have mercy. Okay, all right, no problem, dear buddy. All right, but anyway, back to the important matters at hand here. Okay, so no, I enjoyed seeing this because sometimes, you want to just kind of blow off some steam, jump into something that's quick, fast, and easy, shoot somebody's face off, or, drive around in a tank or whatever it is. This is really cool. I'm glad to see that they're giving, Arena Commander some love so you can jump in
Mm-hmm.
and have folks from your org or party, whatever it is, friends, jump in, have some laughs, whatever it is. I don't drink, but few drinks for whomever, you know and just have some good fun. That's all. And I'm glad to see that it's getting some love. Plus it is good for testing. That's the number one thing too. They can get some weapon testing, they can get some balancing testing on things, get some numbers. So I think it's cool.
Thank you for that. Jade, how about you?
Yeah. Okay. So I think this update to Arena Commander and Star Marine is to Arena Commander and Star Marine what 3.0 was to the Persistent Universe. Because this is like the foundation for them to add lots more content to it. And I'm going to be real. I don't really spend much time in Arena Commander. And I think the last time I was in Star Marine was when they added the Good Doctor map. So, I didn't really spend a lot of time in it. But these actually have me excited, both last week's show and this one, about jumping back in because it looks like they've fixed a lot of the things that people had complained about with them. One thing I really hope they do with the Good Doctor map is I noticed they showed like another outpost. I hope that means that they're going to expand it at some time, maybe not in 3.20, but like at some time in the future. That map to me always screamed it should be bigger. You got the trees and the hills, and now it looks like another outpost. So that would be really cool. But yeah, like I like this idea of starting out with just a multi-tool. That's your weapon, because like that's what happens when you go to prison, right? So it's training people for the places that they're going to encounter in the Persistent Universe. Security Post Korea. A lot of people may never, set foot in it, other than that one time they got a crime stat, but they can practice the layout, know where things are in Star Marine before they jump into PU. So it's good for both new and old players alike.
Thank you for that. I just got to point out something BBG said real quick. He said that this is where theaters of war have gone, and a lot of people are still wondering about theaters of war. Is it really gone? Are they going to come back to it? But in the interim, this would be a good, I don't want to say stepping stone or substitution, but yeah, or replacement. But yeah, this is in place of theaters of war. All these different modes and stuff like that. I think that'll hold people over until they decide to announce something about theaters of war. Because as far as I know, they haven't announced anything about theaters of war, whether it's dead or what happened to it or anything like that. Am I mistaken?
No, you're correct. It's just it's one of those things that I think they wanted to get all these updates in before going back to that. So I wouldn't be shocked to see Theaters of War at some point pop up in this, rather than it be its own separate mode. It would be like part of one of these. Like you have Star Marine and Arena Commander. Now you'll have 3 Theaters of War in that. And as far as there's people that get really salty and go, well, all that development was wasted. They haven't played Siege of Orison, because I can tell you right now that's where Theaters of War development
That's true also.
exists.
Thank you. Yeah. Yep. Pops, how about you? What do you thought?
Oh, okay. Let's see. The most important thing I think everybody missed was Cat on Board, the little sign. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but hey. I am curious about how much ammo these guns are actually going to. Are they going to be unlimited? Because I'm just like, if you go in there with and you get a refresh.
I think they have refresh stuff around the map that you can pick up.
Fly drops.
Okay.
Fly drop.
Okay, because I'm just wondering if you get a rail gun with unlimited ammo in it. I'm like, whoa, that's kind of.
No, you got like 2. It's probably like 6 or 7 ammo crates on that space station submarine map.
Okay.
Maybe 6. Sounds about right. And then it's a good question regarding like the Nova tank because that only holds like I think 40 rounds, something like that. So I don't know how they're gonna work like vehicles and things
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I was just thinking earlier. I'm like,
That's a
wow,
good question. Like, how are they going to do that? Because do you have to get out and manually load it, or you just run over a reload spot?
Divine Shadow said that they have ammo boxes around the map.
ammo
I
box.
think you just run over and pick up the ammo and store them on your
Well,
armor or whatever until you
Yeah,
run out
what I
again.
mean
You can
is
go to another
specifying
one.
is as far as what I mean is specifying is as far as like a tank, because
Oh,
I kind of know how the person is going to be. Of course, you got to run over
I'm
and
talking about
get a
a
box
person in a
with
tank.
a tank.
Yeah.
Tank, yeah.
Good question.
like tank ammo. He's talking about tank ammo. You got these giant, that's how are you gonna do that? Right now, like the FPS ones, the single
Well,
person ones,
guessing.
you just refill.
I'm guessing in Arena Commando they'll have like little loot things that pop up
Yeah, they have
like
a
a
thing
hologram.
Right,
Yeah, the
that you fly
hologram,
over top
right.
of.
That's
That
what I
was
was
Or
saying.
one of
AC, yeah.
Where it's like
yeah.
something you drive over and you just
Yeah,
loot, and
gamify it.
yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
yeah, I think this is great. It's a test environment. It's a wow. You can go in here and with a group of people. The obvious is it's obvious that and I'm excited about it. I will probably be in here more than anywhere else. Yeah, and
Yeah, to be
I'll
honest,
probably
I got to jump back in and say, because as I'm seeing this and looking at this, if they actually decide to go the Theaters of War route and well, I don't know what I guess the gameplay was supposed to be, but if they combine the whole thing where you have aerial, ground, FPS combat all in one battlefield, you can forget about it.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, is
just
that
being
you play that
honest.
now? You play Battlefield now?
I used to. The last one I played, Admiral, was like Bad Company. I used to love that game.
Oh yeah, I had so much fun submarine. You can't. It's just. I was. It's so. This is fantastic. I mean, for people who like FPS, you're going to be in if it's working right. That's the whole thing. If it's working right, and they have like the larger maps open, like that the space station they showed originally, they lately have shrunk it in half, and you can't go outside in space. So if it looks like they're opening it up back again. So I'm telling you, it's a really good time. Really good time.
Yeah.
And
Been there for hours.
kind of touch on something. We had a conversation on Saturday, and this kind of touches on that. Where one of the topics was, we need a place that doesn't crash, that people can go and just,
hang out and do stuff, and it
hang out.
doesn't take a half hour to get started.
Exactly.
And I'm hoping that this becomes, like that. I mean, you're not going to be able to do cargo or, like that in it, but
Yeah,
at
you
least
won't make money there. Yeah.
right. But at least you'll be able to go in, Star Citizen and have a ball.
Right.
You bring up a good point. Right now they used to have rec, and they still use rec. So would you like to see this be like AUEC, like a very minimal amount of AUEC?
I have ammo, Kusnagi. I have so many racks. I want to get rid of it. I want to get rid of
That's what I'm
the rest that I
saying.
have.
Like, they just dump rec. Get rid of
They
it.
need to get rid of rec. Look, if we're gonna have gambling, like they said, you're gonna be able to bet on these. What is it? We're gonna be gambling. Rec? Nobody cares about rec. It needs to be AUEC, and there should be a conversion to it. So where, maybe 1,000 rec equals like 1 UEC or something. I don't know. So they'll figure it out. But I really think if they make this something that people can bet AUEC, that's going to drive a lot of people to the Star Marine and Arena Commander game modes.
The thing is, I don't see them using AUEC. I would see them using rec because people try to use eBay to buy AUEC and stuff like that out.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, that's going to be the case no matter what they do.
Oh,
Like
you can't trade Rex though. So that's what I'm saying. They probably
nobody
use Rex
uses it
better.
because you can't trade it. Nobody wants it, and that's one of the reasons nobody uses it. So you can't trade it.
But I'm saying like, and if Arena Commander becomes popular again, Rex will be a thing because you can rent and buy stuff using Rex. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but if you've got those ships already, like a lot of people in Star Citizen do, why do you need the Wreck? Right?
Ammo.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like Wreck is one of those holdovers, kind of like back when they had what was that, something Voyager Direct and all that like it's time is past. It's time to just move on to just AUEC or BUEC, whatever they want to call it.
Bonsai, I'm going to push back on that because you say you agree with Jay. They could convert Rec to AUC. The problem with that is that AUC resets and goes to 0. Rec is permanent. That doesn't go anywhere. It persists through different patches and stuff like that. So I'm a little hesitant about converting Rec to AUC myself.
Yeah, but that would just drive more people to go back and grind in Star Marine and Arena Commander.
I'm perfectly okay with just wiping Rec and saying, hey, it's 0. Okay,
Yep.
nobody has Rec. And then you start from scratch. If they want to make something else, you can make something else. But
Tobin said 3.56 million Rec, nothing to spend it on. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's people I know that have 15 million Rec, and they will never ever go through all of it. So
just dump it.
Yeah.
All right, so let me give my thoughts before we move on. I'm surprised no one mentioned this, but Pico Rocket soon, TM. Give me.
Yeah.
I want a Pico Rocket. When can I have that? And Tunk Royale, I just gotta say, I'm glad Tunk is still a thing after all these years. It was done because a person who English wasn't their first language was talking about the Nova tank. We called it a Tunk. That's the history of it, and it just caught on because we just thought it was adorable and cute the way he said Tunk like that. So that's why it's called Tunk Royale. But I'm so glad that that's still a thing. So
Yeah,
kudos
and he's
to
no
CIG.
longer he's no longer with CIG too. So this is a good way to remember him.
I mean, it's not like he passed away. He just moved on to a different project.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly. He's no longer with CIG.
The way you said
He's
that, I
with
just want to make
us,
sure.
but he's not with, yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is, can't stop the whining. That's what they started off with, and people. I think Jay picked up on that, but yeah, I mean, no matter what you do, you can't stop the whining. I just watched that. I'm glad they're fixing the front end, the lobby system, fighting system, the scoreboard. I'm not sure what 4PU was, but and the leaderboard. They talked about that last week. That'll be a thing when it's back online. So we'll see how that goes. And at the end, I just thought it was cute how he said that the reason why he done this twice in a row now because Jude is a dungeon master and he doesn't want Jude to kill his character. I thought that was was cute. Yeah, a little bit tongue in cheek, but he doesn't want a character to die. And my question is, I'm going back to this point right here. Who is this guy walking into this shop?
Yeah, I thought. I'm like,
You know who that is. You know who that is.
Who is that?
It's Xylo.
Is that Xylo?
Not Xylo. No, that's not
Is that
Xylo.
I don't think that was
No, that
Xylo.
was not Xylo.
I think it was somebody on their way home, and they saw the camera like, nope.
Yeah, that wasn't Xylo.
Okay,
That's
maybe.
not Xylo.
Well, all right, it's not Xylo because it looked like him for a minute because I know Xylo does a lot
Yeah,
of biking.
it's real quick, but yeah, that's not him.
Yeah, and I'm wondering why does he have on those gloves?
He's a biker.
He's a
Trail,
biker.
the trail biker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they look
Yeah.
like the gloves you put on to clean your bathroom.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering who that was. Hopefully, Jared or someone will let us know in the future or in a tweet or something. And I'm still on about that Copper Keeper, man. Anyway, so yeah, that is this week's ISC Arena Reborn Part 2. All right, so up next, we're almost at the end of the show. If anyone wants to come in, click the link below to join us in Discord, talk about it. But we have a Machinima. This is from NotGemini, sorry. It came out a few days ago. This is called Star Citizen Stanton Final Trailer 4K. And this is only 3 minutes long, so let's check it out. Oh, and be sure to click the code or check the code. Hopefully, Jay can put the link in chat for we're doing a Star Citizen fundraiser. I'll get more than that after at the end of the show. But we're raising money for St. Jude, so that's what the tracker is for. All right, so this is Star Citizen Stanton Final Trailer 4K.
I'm Tisha Pacheco, but people call me Twitch. So if you find yourself looking for something to occupy your time, then I know people who are hiring adventurous spirits.
The time has come to send a message.
Still alive, I think.
You work for me. I expect you to get shit done.
Hey, look, I'm gonna get back to it, but let me know how your dissertation's going. Anyway, I love you and I miss you. Thank you again for the present. Bye, babe.
Yes, that is from NotGemini. It's called Star Citizen Stanton Final Trailer 4K. And I apologize if that was loud. The funny thing is, people talking in Discord has been louder than that, because that never crossed into the red on my meter. So I don't know about that, but yeah, I hear it went loud, but not compared to the people. So sorry about that. So yes, what do people think? Yeah, free fall.
Free fall? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm freeing. Man, this game, that game, man, that they're showing,
Yep.
like Zombie said, I gotta get in on that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but on real, this is basically it's a trailer. It's the editing, everything was fantastic. It has that it just has that look appeal to it, like Babyface said, that kind of that whip appeal.
The whip appeal. Yeah, I know where you're going with that.
You know where I'm going. I mean, it just it looks so good, and it can draw people in, and people that would see stuff like this and make them think that it's a fully functional game, playable now. But,
Yeah,
how that
you didn't include that at the end.
yeah. But it's it just reminds me of the reasons why I got into this game, and my reason why I got into this game was because they talked about the tech that they were building. When I saw that on IGN, and they talked, and we spent whatever $40 to get in and see it, and we talked to people, and I'm in, and these things excite me, and I'm happy to see.
Cool. Anyone else?
I'll go next. If we're gonna, it's a free for all, but if we're gonna go up the list, to me, this is the Imagine Star Citizen trailer of 2023 of this decade, right? The Imagine Star Citizen came out in 2014. This takes its place. Like the timing, the music, having like just the opening, the steps were right on the beat of the notes, the mood that everything generates, like, and it touches on almost all the gameplay except for I didn't see any mining, but it touches on almost like all the things that you're supposed to be able to do in the game right now, with the exception of showing pyro at the end. But yeah, like I really like I have a new favorite trailer when it comes to like somebody says what's the most epic trailer for Star Citizen. It's no longer Imagine, that had its decade. This is the new one. That's it.
I almost interrupted you, but I'm glad I didn't. I just want to say this was done by NotGemini, and I don't know if you know, but they took over for Gemini, and Gemini was the first person who did the Imagine trailer.
Wow!
But Gemini went to work for CIG, and then NotGemini took over for them, and they made an Imagine trailer Redux, or a sequel, and that came out later. So this is the same person who took over for Gemini, who redid the Imagine trailer using new content. So the fact that you say that, there's a reason why.
Well, they need to hire NotGemini too, because this was
excellent.
No,
then we want to have this stuff.
There will always be somebody. Like there will always be somebody that rises to the top. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Face or Admiral Kusanagi?
Sure, I'll jump in. Very beautiful work. Music was on point, editing was on point, very good production, top notch. Like he said, see you in Pyro. Yup. Got that trailer out too. See those ladies in Pyro. So oh yeah.
So before I get to Admiral, I just want to ask Fitz, Face, and Pop, what do you think of the audio work in this thing?
Oh, everything was.
Was pretty cool. What was that on your end? Was it loud? Because it's like when it came in, it was like
it's the normal volume. I keep everything. Everything is at 80%.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, he probably has it like. The waveform's probably like full the whole way through.
Is it his music, or is he editing to the music?
I don't know about that. I think it's Squadron 42 or Star Citizen music. I'm not sure. You can look in the description for the music.
Yeah, let me look at it real quick.
But yeah, so no problem with the audio other than it was loud.
No, I mean it was very good music. We think, okay, so this is somebody else's music then.
Okay. All right. So I'm a Kusanagi. What are your thoughts?
That was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, people just kind of making better and better, stuff out there, and Sega's giving those the tools to do that. So it's just kind of nice to see people kind of take their get their impressions of what the game is right now and turning into, and for all of us to enjoy, really.
Yeah, BBG, I'm gonna drop it real quick. There you go. Yeah, check out NotGemini stuff. Like he like I said, he has an Imagine sequel. It's just as good as the original Imagine, in my opinion. But yeah, so like Jay said, this is Imagine 2023, and this just came out like 12 days ago, so this is really recent. I want to say I like the video, obviously. I just want to add, I like the fact that everything was in game. There's like nothing was composited or fan fiction in any way. The stuff stuff that you can see in the video is actually in the game, and I appreciate that. So, and because I think it causes some confusion sometimes when Machinima. I mean, I don't want to say they shouldn't do it, but I think it causes some confusion. Sometimes when they add stuff that they want to be in the game themselves, or certain aliens or certain effects or certain features that are just in that universe of the Machinima that they're making. But this one is just good citizen, so I appreciate that. So good work, NotGemini.
Well, there was one thing that was in there.
What was it?
At least I thought the eye when
the
the
eye thing.
Thing,
yeah, I wasn't sure about that.
That was the only thing I saw. Maybe unless somebody else.
No, that's that definitely. I haven't seen it because I think that is composited. The pops, yeah.
Okay, so I'm wrong. So that one thing, other than that, everything else was in the game.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look for it, but
it was cool though. It was really cool.
And the thing about the eye that I think what came after is see her eyes. So maybe they were trying to like
see
that.
Yeah. So it was cool. It didn't take away from it, and that's what really makes this a real true trailer of Star Citizen, is that they kept everything in the game other than like what we're doing. We're adding things that are not in there,
and that's fine. But
right. But what we're trying to do is kind of hint at.
Okay.
We would like jetpacks in the game now.
Yeah, you're right about this. That's not that's composited. That's definitely composited. So my bad, my mistake.
Yeah, but
that's the pillars of creation in that eye.
Yeah.
All right, so that's good. Thank you for that, and I'm glad everybody like that. Machinima. That's from NotGemini. Star Citizen, STANTON, final trailer 4K, and that's the other thing. It's 4K. So if you have it, we're down mixing on the proper term, but 1080p. So definitely check out the link that I posted and get the full effect.
I'm just impressed they were able to ride that hover quad, not explode.
Yeah, well, I probably had to do dozens of takes for that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at the end of the show. I just want to say thank you everyone for being here. But before I get to thank everybody, I want to say there's a St. Jude challenge from Soul Citizen doing a fundraiser from June 1st to October 22nd at CitizenCon weekend. We had certain milestones that are being met and hit. This past Sunday, we hit the $500 milestone, and we did a giveaway for the Soul gift package. Excuse me, sorry about that. And when we hit $1,000, that's our next milestone, we will do a Chairman Club package where you get a cap, a jacket of polo, messenger bag, journal, and key ring from Star Citizen, and we will send that to you. $2,000, we have a UE Navy field jacket, UE Navy cap. $3,000, we have a 12-hour stream featuring gameplay and special guests. $5,000, giving away a Benny Measurement. Again, that's not my personal Benny Measurement. I'm giving away a different Benny Measurement. So, don't go too crazy about that. $7,500, we're giving away a Origin 890 jump. And at $10,000, if we can reach that is our goal, by the way, to reach $10,000 by October 22nd. We're giving away an Endeavor Master Set. That's not just the base Endeavor, but that's all the modules included. So please donate, and hopefully we can make those goals. Here's Divine Teller, only one fastcart measurement. Well, you have to visit me in game when it comes out. How about that? All right, so
before we go fastcart, there's something regarding the St. Jude thing we're doing here. A lot of this is what is we look at I think Star Citizen and we're like, why are people backing this? And I think a lot of it looked at it like who's this Chris Roberts guy, and we know him from Wing Commander and all that, so we get an understanding where he's coming from. And watching Soul Citizens tonight and then looking at St. Jude, trying to figure out what they're about, I found a really cool story about the founder. How he kind of got into it, what made him decide to get into it, how he was actually from Lebanese background, actually, even though it's like a Christian name for a hospital, because he did go to a Christian church, he actually got a large group of Arab Americans to help get this thing rolling, for annual fundraising. So it's kind of like, because again, the hospital is for all creeds, all races, and no matter what your income is. A big thing here is that it says this overall survival rate for childhood cancer went from 20% when they first opened to now it's 80% is the survival rate now. So if you get 5 minutes of your time, I suggest kind of taking a look at that and get an idea of what St. Jude is trying to support.
Cool. Thank you for that, Admiral Kusanagi. Let me get back to the other scene real quick. This coming Saturday and the Saturday after that, there will be no Silver. So even though it says we return next Saturday, that's not actually correct. It'll be the Saturday after that one. So Griffin is taking a 2-week break to be with family and vacation, and we wish him well. And I'm hope he has a good time. But safe travels to him. But we are part of Podset Saturday, Podcast Saturday. Normally has show versus 3 p.m., but that won't be there. But at 6 p.m. we have the captain table from the Actors Club. At 9 p.m. Eastern, that's 1 a.m. UTC, we have Relay Station. I don't know if anyone wants to try to take over and do some shenanigans on Saturday. We'll have to talk about that after the show. But yeah, Podset Saturday. But on Sunday, hopefully those go through. Thank you. Took a while there. We have our next show, Star Citizen, The Next Generation. Yes, that's a pun on Star Trek, The Next Generation. We're talking about interviewing new players of Star Citizen, within 2 years or less. And I'll be on the show with Yo-Yo Mag, and we're having guests, Outfitting Young, Blue Rag, Grim Reaper, and Kitty 8 Cupcake. So we have 5 people, including Yo-Yo, who hasn't been a backer for a long time, to getting their experience and what their thoughts about Star Citizen. So that should be a fun show. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, midnight UTC.
That should be a good show. Anybody who's ever been on Authentic Young, Authie's Adventures, 890 Jump Parties, you know. So, yeah.
Yep. So thank you for that. Just want to remind people, you can find a Soul Bro, Soul Sis, or Soulmate. Soul Citizen membership has the privilege. You can click the join button below on YouTube. Thank you to Admiral Kusanagi, Face to Face, Jade, and Poppin' Face for joining me. And thank you, Yo-Yo Meg, and for the raid. And thank everybody who subscribed and donated to the St. Jude fundraiser. Appreciate you. Thank you. Soul Citizen with S on the end on social media everywhere, like YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. We sell merchandise like the shirt I'm wearing here. They feel good. Want to support it, please buy something. But for just until October, we prefer if you would donate to St. Jude instead of supporting us. We appreciate any support that you do give us. We always do, but just for the time being, support St. Jude if you can. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, follow, and notification to get notified when we go live. And that's it. So thank you everybody for joining us. Well, shoot, I didn't. I should have put something down to sing, but I didn't have the wherewithal to do that. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to raid anyone because we don't have Griffin tonight. So I guess we're going to well, I guess we can manually raid someone. Let me check something to see who's online real quick. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to say her name correctly. Gabs. Gabs.
There you go.
Yes.
So Gabs is live. Let me copy paste her link real quick. Copy. Put it in here. So go to Gab channel and send her. Say this is the manual so citizen raid, okay? Because you can't do a raid automatic. So yeah, appreciate everyone to joining us tonight. And with that, peace, love, and soul. Take care, everybody.